It's Monday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
For another way.
I'm here
Ease my mind
to
and know
ease my mind
living.
and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1,204 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. We're going to get into it just like we do every single day, fam and friends. This is another episode of 30-Minute Mark. We're going to get out here. We're going to do a story. We're going to play a little piece of music. We're going to get into some comedy. I'm going to do something for 10, 15 minutes, ripping on Joanne and Zabrosk. We're going to go, and then, again, we're going to just kind of do a nice short show. This is the new concept in order to get us, to build up some more momentum and excitement for each show. So, we are here 1,204 days in a row, and today we do have a news story for you, but I have to share something that's really terrible that's going on right now that we're trying to deal with. Maggie, our 5-month-old St. Bernard Shepherd, is not doing well. She hasn't eaten in about 3.5 days. Over Easter, I was there on Easter with her, trying to get her, help, blood tests, all this crazy stuff, emergency. Needless to say, it's freaking, I can't believe a dog cost this much to try to, save. But we're doing whatever we can. She's 5 months old. She's a beauty, if you see the photo there. And so right now we're really kind of praying for her and I need your prayers, because she had to have a pretty serious surgery to get rid of the blockage that she's got going on. She ate a bunch of stuff. It wasn't just like one thing. And it perforated her intestine, and they had to cut out intestine and then reattach. And they basically said it's a high-risk situation, and that, a lot of dogs it doesn't wind up taking. And so we need your prayers. We need everybody to say something positive and feel something positive for Maggie, because it's so sad to see a little baby puppy like this just not being able to eat and not having any interest in eating. Max too, so she's been gone all day, and Max is like sad. It's so weird to see Max sad. Now he misses Maggie. It's really, at the beginning, Maggie and Max are kind of she's a little puppy, and he was jealous because all of a sudden there's a little baby getting the attention from him, and so he'd get a little pissed off, and sometimes he'd go outside and just be like, I'd be like, Max, come on in, and he'd just kind of look at me and be like, you want me to come inside? All right, buddy. And he'd just freaking sit there and stare at me for like 15 minutes. I'm like, Max, get in here. And he'd be like, and he'd just turn and walk away, like pissed off. And I'm like, I know what you're doing. And he's just totally pissed at me. But now they've got a love for each other. In the last couple of days that she's been sick, he's been worried about her, and he's coming over checking on her and everything. And now that she's gone, he's like upstairs sitting there, and he started like whining earlier. He's just sitting there. We're like, what's wrong with Max? And we're like, I think he misses Maggie. Zabrosk, can we get a woo-woo to lift us up a level for Maggie? Woo-hoo! I needed it. I got it. Zabrosk brought me up a level. I want to welcome everybody here on TikTok. Thank you for joining me. This is the 1,204th time in a row I've been live for, used to do 2 hours plus until about 2 days ago. Now we're doing this new thing called 30-Minute Mark. 1 Minute Mark is the shorts I'm going to be doing here on TikTok. You could also follow 1 Minute Mark, which is the newest page I made on TikTok. I have 0 followers for it, but I'm going to build that thing up to 1 million. And it's just going to be 1 minute clips. That's all I'm doing over there. So just type in 1 Minute Mark and give me a follow on TikTok. But if you could smack that screen and get some more people here, guys, I appreciate it. I need prayers for Maggie, okay? It's a 5-month-old puppy. She's a St. Bernard, and she's just had a major surgery today. And I need a lot of people to put some positivity out into the universe. So if you could smack that screen on TikTok, give me a follow, and let people know. Share it. Share people. We need to get some worldwide love out there for Maggie tonight, because I think tonight is probably the most dangerous of nights, right after she had the surgery. And we can't even be there, obviously, to check on her. So it's like weird. It's one of those places I wasn't even able to go in with her. I had to do a curbside. It's like, I want to bring my dog inside and sit there with her for a minute, No, just, I got to meet him at the door, put a freaking mask back on. And she just didn't want to go in. It felt so bad for her. Oh, man. 5 months old, little pup, you know? She's just sitting there looking at me helpless. And I put a couple of TikToks up about it just to see if I can get some love sent out in her direction. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird thing when you're like helpless, you know? And all you're hoping is that other people can open up their hearts and say, you know what, I'm going to send some love to that little puppy and see if she can live a nice long life. It's crazy though, guys. I mean, you're talking about a freaking used car, you know? I'm like, so I should put a freaking fund together, take donations for Maggie, pay back this. I cannot believe every time they're like, oh yeah, and then this is this much. I was like, what the? And the surgery is this much. It's like, yeah, it's like a human. You don't have insurance for the puppy? I'm like, she's a freaking 5-month-old puppy. No, I don't have insurance. What? You thinking? Who the hell? I haven't had a dog in 22 years, and all of a sudden I've got two, and one is now in major surgery, and you know, hopefully, I came in the door, and my daughter goes, "Did Maggie die?" And I was like, "Oh my god, no." But my wife was like, "I told you she didn't," you know, and she's like wanted like confirmation. You know, like almost like that. My wife was just trying to make her feel good. Like, did she die? Did she? And I'm like, no, she, you know, but we don't know. She's not out of the woods, you know. Man, I just kept looking at her the last couple of days. I'm trying to feed her. I'm like, are you okay? Like, Maggie, we need you to eat, sweetie. And she just had no interest. No matter what I tried to feed her, she's just like, nope, I'm not eating. And so we found out like having a blockage like that, she's not only in pain, but she didn't have any interest in eating because it's like this. It felt like she was full, even though she's not full. And so basically, I brought her in today. They called me. They said the surgery went as well as it could. They had to cut out a lot of her intestine because it covered a large area, and they cut it all out and then tied in two areas. And the way she said it to me, she goes, "Look, we took an area and then another area that are not connected, and we put them together." And she said sometimes that doesn't work, you know. And so she said, well, no, in the next 7 to 10 days, we're going to have to keep our eye on her. And all I'm hearing is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And I'm like, just a freaking puppy. I just want a puppy to be a puppy and be okay. But we got a daughter who's young, and she's got small toys, and the dogs get into them, you know. So we're going to have to do what we have to do here. I got to sell another freaking piece of real estate. Holy cow. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's like a commission right there. Are you kidding me? I gotta go sell another piece of real estate to cover with this crazy amount of money that is being spent on a puppy. But look, reality is what it is. Love this little puppy. We love our dogs. I'm not like some crazy dog guy who's like, I'm gonna spend. She's a freaking 5-month-old puppy. You don't let a 5-month-old puppy die, you know? So, it would be a different story if this is a 14-year-old puppy and all of a sudden it's like, do you want to do? No, 14 lived a nice long life, you know? That's a nice long life over there. But you're talking about a 5-month-old. This freaking dog hasn't even lived a life. And my kids are so in love with this puppy. I'm like, I can't let this puppy die. And there's the crazy thing. It's like the puppy, I'm spending all of this crazy money and the puppy still may not make. And then it's like, oh, you still have to spend that money, buddy. You know, like the dog, I really need your love and your prayers on this one, because that would be the craziest thing in the world to do that. And then afterwards, she's not with us. So I really hope you guys can send some love this way and just say a prayer for Maggie. She's a little St. Bernard Shepherd. She's a beauty. And right now, she's basically fighting for her life. And like I said, I'm not some crazy dog guy, but I love my dog. I love my dogs. And I just like to see her have a nice, long life. And let's just pray that that's what happens. So that's where we're at right now. And again, I don't want to stay down too much on this. Zabrowski, you're supposed to lift me up a level, but you're not doing it today. You did give me a 6.4 on the woohoo scale, But look, Joanne, what are we doing back there besides wheezing tonight? Oh, just wheezing, she said. That's all she's got. I get it, Joanne, with that humongo car. You know, you're dealing with it. I am just going to try to put a news story on. We have one news story for you today because we are doing the 30-minute mark. In order to do that, we need to consolidate some things. It's just a single news story a night during the week. Bill Burr to perform first ever comedy show at Fenway Park. Joanne, this is a big deal because Bill Burr's from Boston. He's from Massachusetts. And I think that would be like, for me, doing some massive event at like, I don't know, Yankee Stadium or something, or like MSG. You know what I mean? To me, that would be like the MSG, And so Canton native is coming in to Red Sox Stadium on August 21st. And if you guys don't know who Bill Burr is, he's brilliant. He's an observational comedian. And I just love his style because he's very, very, honest. And I think that's what's key about comedy. We do our best in order to, create a clean comedy experience here. Bill Burr is not focused on that. He's focused on just getting the point out. And within that, he'll drop F-bombs and everything and get really crass. But you know what? That's the beauty of his comedy. There is no such thing as a line when it comes to comedy, as far as I was concerned. I've always gotten in arguments with people about this. Now, there is like totally vulgar stuff that I'm just like, I don't think it's funny. But if somebody thinks it's funny, that's still some weird comedy. I still think that you should allow people to express their comedic interests and comedic expression. And if you can't let that happen and you can't let them be themselves, then we're going to have a problem because nobody wants to say the same jokes. Nobody wants to put out the same messages and same, you're touching on different areas of humor. And that's the beauty of comedy. I talked about the way I brought my comedy into the show was to break people away from the negativity and the negative comedy. Is to be funny without having to go somewhere that's, taking a culture down, taking some specific group of people down, or going after another. It's more about lifting people up with a laugh. And I also said that, in general, the idea of religions, they missed that. That's the one thing all religions missed, was introducing comedy into the faith, into the positivity that is innate in all religions. And I was like, why are they not being Renaissance man? Why are they not doing that full expression on all sides of things? Okay, you're going to sing. They did that, right? Music. There's all music. In every faith, there's music. In every faith, there's inspirational content. There's inspirational messages and connections to the spirit of the universe, whatever those people call that deity, whether it's God or they call it Allah, whatever. It's connecting to the spirit they think is this, the creator of all. That is beautiful. That is the one thing we all should be doing and respecting each other for. Find that energy level where you connect to your God, and that's the same energy level that everybody's connecting to their gods on. And in that, you all are one. You're all believing in the same thing, a creator, and just respect each other for that. Bill Burr, like I said, if you have not seen him, freaking funny, very funny guy, and he's going to be at Fenway Park August 21st. I will not be there that day because I'll be doing a show that night here. That's probably a Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night, that's going to be a 2-hour mark. That's going to be a 2-hour mark show. And sometimes we're doing, you're going to be like, oh, what show is it tonight? It's a 20-minute mark. Today was a 20-minute mark. We did a 20-minute mark premiere, which was the freaking crazy comedy about the worst commercial in history. This freaking lady cuts into my news story right at the top. Joanne wheezed through the entire thing. I'm sorry. I know that destroyed the bit. You can go over to YouTube and see it. It's right before tonight's show. And remember, we do this every single day for 30-minute mark. Don't miss it. And sometimes it will be a 1-hour mark. You never know. I'm just going to be like throwing it out there right before the show, or maybe right during the show, we're just going to continue on to a 1-hour mark. You never really know. But the point is, it's most likely not going to be any 2-hour marks during the week. We want to get people to show up and be like, oh, it's the 15-minute mark. I can go and watch that one. You know what I mean? Look, every day you're doing it. Look, Bill Burr's telling you to just, he said you should do a 10-minute mark. Look, he's like, do a 10-minute mark. I'm like, you want to do a 10-minute mark? That's not even know it's Bill Maher. I'm just saying, it's not how he sounds at all. Oh, goodness, guys. Sometimes when you're doing it, So I wonder, can we work a comedy bit? Can we work a song and a little bit of positivity into a 30-minute show? I'm pretty sure we could do anything we put our mind to. The question is, can we do it effectively on a daily basis and make it just as good as the 2-hour show has been for everybody who shows up? You know what I mean? So last night I did something kind of crazy here while I said I may be creating content when you guys are not on and I'm just rocking out doing stuff here. And last night I did something kind of crazy and this is so different. And then I thought about maybe this is where I'm going to get cool ideas where I'm just letting my mind wander. And that happened last night. So I'm sitting here and I said, well, how cool would it be if I did one of those, like 6-hour things that you see where people have like these different cool backdrops popping, Caribbean, views from the Himalayas, all this crazy stuff. And within that, you would see, where the hell would it be though? I have no idea. Within that, you would see, is this it? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to show you a quick short clip of this. You would hear me in the background. Is this going to work? Okay, so check this out. I'm going to fast forward. Let me go back forward. Woo! So I did this for like, I guess 35 minutes. So anyway, concept is just take like those cool backdrops that you see. They already have music back there, but instead I'll do it with my own music and then pop it out on my show and just put like 6 hours of relaxing music to backdrops and have it be one of those things that maybe generates money where people just want to listen to me jam out in the background. And this is that riff I made last night. This may be the song we create.
starts to fade. The clouds flicker in your shade. Down to our world, lighting up our lives. Till the sun comes up tomorrow. You can feel the warmth as you close your eyes. Oh, you have arrived, living your life in the sunlight. You can go wrong, energized by the light. Oh, you take it into your day. You share it in any way you can. You can share it if you care at all. If you care at all, yes. You make a call. See better opportunity for you and me, yeah. If we can come together in the moment, forget it all, and step into the light. Stop time and the sand drops from the hourglass. Well, the sun goes down. Another day gone. What did you accomplish with your time? Yes, did you let it all go by? Did you make something? You can sit one day and look back on something time that's yours. Share it with the world. Need you now to shine round. You shine out. Maybe we can reach enough souls to make a difference, who knows? But I'll show up every day. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, love. And it's time that we've got it short, so got to get to it, yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget it, no. You got to get it and go, yes. Don't let it go. Don't let this moment go. Don't let your days go by, no. You got to find something special there. Yes. Share if you care. Yeah, you sharing your love and your care, trying to make a difference when it makes the most sense to step up and make a change. Burn with face with so much the division, so many blockades. Yeah, you can never get an olive branch across the border anyway. No white flag, yeah, just seeing red, yeah. Those ones all dead. Let's come together, yeah. It ain't too late, no. Is it still time for us? Yeah. So you find the light and share it if you care at all. Share it all. Share if you care. darkness out and should he change the world, even if it's the world around you. It's the only world anyway. Everything else is a distraction. So as soon as you realize that you'll get back to it, you'll start living for it. Yeah, won't ever yes, you won't ever forget that. No, yeah, your time's yours to make of it. Please make the best of it. Find love, find the light, yeah, and share it to you care. You care at all. Find more laughter there. You start to share it if you care. If you care.
Friends, another episode of 30-Minute Mark. In and out of the box, dude. What's that? No, Joanne, I know you want to do another hour and a half. I do too. We gotta do a 30-Minute Mark thing. Start a new fad. You gotta get excited about tomorrow's 30-Minute Mark, right? So don't miss it when we write another song tomorrow. Do another piece of comedy for you. And maybe something friggin' else, like Joanne maybe stops wheezing for a night. That would be something. What's that? No, Joanne, it's freaking louder than ever. You know? Anyway, guys, I do want to thank you for joining me on the longest running freaking OBS studio, disconnecting me. What is the deal with that? Why are they disconnecting a brother? Taking me out for a moment, huh? I see what they're doing. Apparently I'm still live, but that's good. So, friends, family, tomorrow we do it all over again, remember? So make sure you subscribe, ding the bell, and spread the word. Anna Treos, Cheryl Niles, Jeffrey Flissick, Jerry Gator, Kill It and Grill It, Pamela Swan, S-Coop, and Yardbirds. And if you're out there doing a little lurkaroo, I appreciate you. You're freaking awesome. And remember, smile more. A smile has an energetic value that costs 0 to the currency holder. You have a power within you that can change the life of another. And it can happen with as simple an action as showing your teeth and doing one of these, because a smile changes everyone's day. Even a stranger, they walk past you and all of a sudden you feel different, don't you? Affect real change, please. I'm here every day, hoping to do that with you. I will be back tomorrow for day 1,205 in a row. Until then, fam and friends, it's Mark Pyers. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
You got to go away. Yeah, yeah.
Till tomorrow, friends.